I was disappointed. LeBron had a great game. He had the game that would have goated him, right? Because I came in here, right? And this is how much of a LeBron fan I am. And I'm not one of these cheap-ass LeBron fans that is hiding for him. What did I tell you? I say if LeBron loses his championship, he's not the GOAT. I said that, right?
Yeah.
I said LeBron is not the GOAT yet. And this was months ago, before COVID happened. I'm chatting. We started this podcast after COVID happened. But before I knew the season was going to start back and the Clippers were going to get booted out, I said LeBron needs to win one more championship before he becomes a GOAT. Because the Last Dance changed my mind. And he's on the cusp of all of that. So I'm telling you, when they close this game out, when the clock hits 0 on Sunday and the Lakers are up by half a point, LeBron James will morph into a fucking GOAT. You ever watch Thriller?
No.
Never seen a music video for Thriller?
Oh, I seen a music video.
So Michael Jackson, he's with his beautiful young lady and they're driving along, right? And that's LeBron James. He's cruising through the playoffs and everything shuts down. And that's the NBA shutting down. The car shut down. So they have to get out, right? And Michael Jackson decided to ask this young lady to be his girlfriend. That's LeBron asking Jimmy Butler, would you like to have this dance? You know what I mean? In the finals. Come meet me in the finals. Let's have this dance. And after that, she says yes. Jimmy Butler accepted. He beat the Bucks. He beat the Celtics. And they're in the finals. Then Michael Jackson looks at her and says, you know I'm different from other guys, right? So LeBron looks at Jimmy and said, you know I'm different from these other players, right? And the lady is like, I know, Mike. I know you're different. What do you mean? He said, no, I'm really different from these other guys. And LeBron looked at Jimmy like, listen, I'm really different from these other guys. She was like, what do you mean? And Michael starts growling. He starts growling. And he turns into a werewolf. And LeBron is going to come out like, bah! He's about to come out goated.
Goated, bro.
He's about to turn into a goat right on us. You get the analogy?
Go on, I realized what you just said. I caught it.
Bah. He's about to become goated on y'all niggas.
Oh, my goodness.
And I wish I could talk about it today, but it's okay.
It's fine.
Let's build up to it. Maybe I'll go out and have some drinks on Sunday and really celebrate the fucking GOAT coming out.
We're going to have to celebrate.
Danny Green, fuck you, though.
Yeah. He not Ray Allen. See, if that was Ray Allen would have made that.
Oh, my God. And KCP would have ripped that shot.
KCP?
KCP.
Oh. Okay.
It was wide open on the top of the key, bro.
That's Danny Green for you, right? What he had?
Yeah.
8 points? Come on. Danny's supposed to have 11 points, bro.
Fuck
End of the game.
But LeBron is going to take care of the job. All these other guys are going to, take care of what they got to take care of. So, Lakers, I look forward to watching y'all on Sunday.
What's up with AD? He always getting hurt.
He was hurt yesterday?
He got a little boo-boo.
I think he's too big.
I think it is. I think it's just...
Yeah, so, like, if you ever look at AD when he falls and stuff like that, he doesn't know how to fall. And... like when you see him fall, it looks like a big person falling. Yeah. Maybe he's because you gotta think he's like almost 7 foot, and he has that body where he's kind of built like James Harden. They're athletic, but you look at them, it's no muscles and super sturdiness. It's kind of like a lanky kind of body, right?
Yeah.
And he's a big guy, so I think when he falls, he doesn't know how to fall properly with that big ass frame, and I think that's why he always gets hurt.
Yeah, man. You can see he's a little doofy.
Yeah, he definitely is a little doofy.
He's just like a better version of JaVale McGee. Like, but obviously, like 50 times better. Because JaVale McGee is doofy himself.
But yeah, but it's a lot of like you played against the hood, the doofy looking nigga, and he moved doofy, but he nice as fuck. That doofiness probably help you a little bit.
They do
when you have that type of game,
and you know how to master, which Anthony Davis does, but he didn't master it when falling down.
Oh yeah, he definitely on a different level.
Yeah, but yeah, bro. Every game is scary. I'm like, oh, if he's out, it's over with. Who else is dropping?
No, you can't say that.
Come on,
LeBron James will beat the Miami Heat with.
It's just gonna be a harder challenge. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Come on, 40 points. Your gentleman had 28 points. AD had 28.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish AD could sit out for this next game because LeBron James, knowing what he did with the Cavs with fucking Matthew Dellavedova as the second player, he's gonna will him to one game.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna do that, right? I don't know. It's just LeBron. That's what he does.
That's what he does. He don't miss a beat. He did the right thing for that game. For the last minute shot, he did the right thing. He did what LeBron James does. Like, yo, I trust you to shoot the ball.
Obviously, if he took that shot and made it, which I thought, because he was in his bag. He was hitting threes from everywhere. He was going to the bucket. They couldn't stop him. There was one play where he laid it up, got his own board, and put it back up. And they was going back and forth. But Jimmy Butler, bro. Shout out to Jimmy, but that is a clutch motherfucker.
Bro, you seen in his eyes.
Oh, my God. I hate
He got a little tussle with Dwight Howard. You seen him. I'm like, yeah, he don't play around.
He's a dog. He's the version of Charles Oakley. I don't want to compare him to those guys because he's a dog, but he's actually the best player on, dare I say, a championship level team.
Yes.
Who knew Jimmy Butler could have been that?
Come on. We knew.
I didn't think he could have been the best on a championship level team. I didn't know that before this year.
You never knew that?
No.
Not one bit of even what they were talking about Jimmy Butler, his attitude, the way he thinks.
No, everyone hated him before Miami.
Yes, everyone did hate him, but we know why. He's a dog.
I know that now.
But if I understand. So if you hear someone talking bad about someone, like, that's like Jordan. People didn't want to really play with Jordan. Jordan was annoying, right?
But so
I'm not comparing him to Jordan. I'm talking about the attitude wise. I don't want people to get it.
But that's the only difference right there is that Jordan was Jordan, so you accepted it, and Jimmy Butler wasn't Jordan, so you looked at him side eye like, bro, you're not even that good. Why are you acting like that? But that's what the media does. I'm gonna say I was a victim to the media.
Come on, you didn't see him when he was in the Bulls cooking
everything. He cooked in every for the past 5 or 6, 7 years. Every team Jimmy Butler has played on had their best seasons in the past decade.
Exactly. Except
for the Heat, obviously they had LeBron and Wade in them. Yeah. But even in the past 6 years since LeBron has left Miami, once again, a team he's on is having their best run since he's been there.
Yes.
So he has a lot of respect. And last week I wanted to come in here and say, okay, Jimmy, we're giving you championship level best player in the team respect, but you can't get there and get that respect and now only score 20 in a loss in the finals. And he shut me up because guess what? Once again, he had how much points did he have?
35.
35.
Next best had 26, and that's Duncan Robinson. You don't stop that.
35 and game 3, 40. 40. And that's their only 2 wins is when he goes the fuck off. You know what's crazy? And I'm sort of stealing this take from Flagrant 2. They had to take that Jimmy Butler is who we would have loved for Russell Westbrook to be. The attack, the dog, the just go, I don't give a fuck mentality, which Russell Westbrook does have. But in the playoffs and crunch time, he's not good. He's horrible. I will go as far to say that Jimmy Butler is who we thought Russell Westbrook was and who we would have liked James Harden to be in one person. When I say that, this is what I mean. And
making me cringe, bro.
Why?
Go ahead, but
first of all, he's a dog. He's gonna get you rebounds. He's gonna play defense like crazy, just like Russell Westbrook does. Bro. He's on the same level as any bucket getter in the league in the last minute. Yeah. Any bucket getter. There's not nobody you can say right now that I'd be like, I'm clearly taking him over Jimmy Butler. Not even fucking Kevin Durant, bro. Bro, he's literally unstoppable.
He is.
He's unfucking stoppable. Bro, against LeBron James and AD. 2 MVP caliber players. Mm-hmm. 2 defensive player of the year candidates. I don't give a fuck. LeBron is like that when he's ready to lock it down. Bucket for bucket. And he's the only old guy on that team that could really play right now. Bucket for bucket. The ball is in his hands, and he's going to get a Jimmy buckets. I don't know, bro. That's why, and that's who we wish James Harden was. We don't wish James Harden was someone in the playoffs that could get you a bucket at any time.
That's not, but I would never compare Jimmy Butler to those guys at all. Why? That's why I'm mad that they made that point because.
No, I made that point. They didn't make that. They made the Russell Westbrook point.
They made the Russell Westbrook point. You don't compare Jimmy Butler. I'm not trying to sound like I'm a Jimmy Butler bandwagon. I knew Jimmy Butler was a go-getter when he was on the Bulls.
Okay.
After D Rose hype, I think he played with D Rose. This is the gentleman that's taking over. He's dropping 40 in the Chicago Bulls. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? He's playing defense. He's locking up the top guys.
Okay.
James Harden is an offensive player. This is why it hurts for you. I feel like it's disrespectful to even touch Jimmy Butler with James Harden.
That's why
James Harden is an offensive guy. Mm-hmm. James Harden does not play defense. It's videos of it where James Harden literally just stands there like this and forgets his defensive
I'm just talking
assignment.
about Jimmy Butler on offense.
Okay.
That's why I say a mix between Jimmy Butler and
he just don't have that grit, man. He don't have James Harden don't have that grit. You can see it in Jimmy Butler eyes. I'm sorry. You can see it in Jimmy Butler eyes. The pain, like I'm coming for you. I'm here to compete. It's not even I'm here to compete. I'm here to be the best.
I'm just here. And I'm just here. He's omnipresent. I don't think he don't got nothing else going through his head than this bucket he's about to
nothing.
Make.
And for Russell Westbrook, for them to compare him, these gentlemen play two different positions. You cannot do that.
It's not really a comparison. I think you're looking at it too stringently as far as position for position. Russell Westbrook is supposed to be the biggest dog in the league. That dogness is gonna lead to wins. It's never led to wins. We see Jimmy Butler and that dogness leading to wins. James Harden was a player who could get a bucket on anybody at any time. In the playoffs, he doesn't do that. We see Jimmy Butler being that player in the league that could get a bucket on anybody at any time.
But this is the difference. I understand we don't want to correlate with just basketball wise, and we're talking about offensively, but position wise, Russell Westbrook is a point guard. When's the last time we seen a point guard take a team to the championship? That's why I don't like that comparison. I'm talking about what I don't like. Steph Curry, but you also have Klay Thompson. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah,
absolutely.
You know, but for a player like Russell Westbrook, just the size different. That's why I'm so mad that they made that analogy. I'm pissed off that they made that analogy and people would agree with this. Yo, this is a fact. No, this is two different positions. Steph Curry is the last player, right? But he has a completely different game than Russell Westbrook. This gentleman, Jimmy Butler, is a small forward. He's guarding your best player. Who is guarding the best?
How tall is Jimmy Butler?
Look it up how tall Jimmy Butler is.
I got it right here. But I think, you're 100% right. You're 100% right.
I'm just not a fan of them correlating, Russell Westbrook, yeah.
So are you trying to defend Russell Westbrook?
I'm not defending Russell Westbrook. I'm mad that people are even making this comparison of Jimmy Butler to any type of NBA player. You do not do that. Jimmy Butler's 6'7". You do not do that.
Okay.
You do not.
He's 6'7"?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought Russell Westbrook like 6'5".
Probably.
Yeah.
And Steph Curry, I think 6'3". But you don't do that.
I guess I think they were just talking about more mindset than anything.
I understand. But it could be a little segment, but as a basketball in a whole, you don't do that. And who's guarding the best player when Golden State Warriors was was the top?
Not
Andre Iguodala was guarding the best player. Okay. You understand?
Okay.
Draymond Green's probably guarding the best player.
Okay.
You understand? And then you had KD come around. So Russell Westbrook never had that. You had KD, Paul George, but we understand how Paul George is.
I think I see what you're saying. And that is a defense of Russell Westbrook that we shouldn't compare it. But even at the 6'3", even at the position of point guard, Russell Westbrook, you're a little too loosey-goosey in the fourth quarter of playoff games, and it always leads to losses. And James Harden, in those clutch moments, you have never, ever had a Jimmy Butler type performance where you are the best offensive player in the league, undoubtedly, and you are just walking down everybody and getting a bucket 5, 6, 7 times in a row.
That's a fact.
Throughout the entire fourth quarter. I think you're right. But if you want to make a perfect analogy, it's not. But just those things, getting a bucket, James Harden should be able to get a bucket on anybody. And if you would do that in the playoffs, they would have a championship.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
They would have a championship.
Because
what you do is ridiculous. They would have beat the Warriors that year. And
they was up 3-1.
They was up 3-1.
That's
no, 3-2. 3-2. They were up 3-2.
No.
It was 3-2. And they lost 2 in a row. But
wait. 3. I thought in that series that they had went against the Rockets down 3-1, and then they went against OKC in the Western Finals, went down 3-1. Am I chatting?
No, they was down to OKC 3-1, and then they played the Cavs in the finals, and the Cavs were down 3-1.
But that's not the year when they went against Houston. It was down 3-1.
They went against. It was the next year they went against Houston when they got KD, and they were up 3-2.
Houston was
2
up
years
3-2?
after, actually. 2 years after.
Okay, we probably confused everyone, but I understand what you're saying.
I mean, the real basketball. I'll tell you this right now.
That's a fact. King, we know what we're talking about.
And this is why I don't like talking about sports too early. And Joe Budden and them do this, so I never realized why. the females don't listen to sports. So once they hear sports talking, they leave. So the only people that stayed through the segment are the people who are about sports.
That's why we got the YouTube clips, Nick and Mal clips. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel, Nick and Mal clips.